Abigail wanted me to watch this video about pet training to stop them from barking. And I started to watch it. And my dog started to bark when they heard the dog bark. And now they're quiet again. Barnaby's sitting on my lap. So I'm going to restart the video. And yeah, here's what I think about your suggestion.
I want to teach Guinness, if he barks, game stops. It's known as the removal technique, and it's basically one strike and you're out. To begin with, I had the kids get into the pool. Maddie and Robin were sitting by the pool, and the kids played with the red ball.
Hush, hush.
I waited inside for a couple of seconds, and then I put him out again.
That'll never work.
Hush.
I'm still apprehensive in Victoria's removal training as to whether it's really going to work.
Hush.
So
Bo.
many noises and other neighbor dogs barking. I don't think we'll ever get our dogs to stop barking.
Hush.
Two more tries. Guinness is catching on.
Hush.
Good. Alright, Robin, I'd like you to take this look from me.
With Robin on the side, Guinness again gets excited. After just one more trip inside, he gets the idea.
Hush.
The dogs will not bark, so it'll be nice and quiet.
Okay, well, what do you think? Should I take you out of the room every time you bark, Bo? Bo? Should I take you to timeout? Oh, I would need like 8 people to do this. 1 for each dog. The video's been over with now for a few seconds. Shh, it's quiet. Bo, Bo, Bo. It's been quiet now. You just think the dog's gonna bark. Come here, Bo. Come here. Come here. Come here. Do you know why you're barking? Huh? Now knock it off. No, I don't want you to sit in my lap. Oh, Bo, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to knock you down off the floor. I knocked him on the floor. But I did want you to get down. I'm not going to let you sit in my lap because you've been barking, but I will talk to you. Tell you to knock it off. They just got to forget why, whatever stimulated them to barking. I guess if you remove them away from the stimulus, then they'll stop barking because they're not stimulated. Yeah. See, now he's barking for no reason now. Woof. They just, maybe think they heard. There's nothing. You didn't hear anything. Bo, you didn't hear anything. We were talking about it. We were talking about you barking. The barking's bad. And they need to be trained not to bark. But, it would require a lot of help and a lot of work. And it would be nice if I could quiet them down. The pet sitter told me to put coins in a container and shake them at them. And the noise would distract them and surprise them. It didn't work. If anything, it freaked them out and made them, it stimulated them. And I have to agree with this lady's method, as in, a dog that's stimulated to bark, you remove them. You take away the stimulation and you give them you just walk them out of the room and just wait. And you don't talk to them, nothing. You just walk them out. It's replacing the stimulation with the lack of stimulation, with nothing. You're just removing them. And it's the consistency that trains them. The fact that, every time they bark, they're going to be taken away from the stimulation. They're going to be taken away from probably where they want to be too. Their dogs are social and like, what are we barking about? Oh gosh, can't remember you guys' name. Barnaby. What are we barking about? Stuff? There's nothing out. There's nothing. Nothing. There's not even a cricket farting on the lawn. Crackhead. Maybe it's the lack of noise, the absolute quietness. Oh, they say they just, whatever. My dogs are all bad behavior. But worse than the barking is when they all get worked up and they do that high-pitched. It feels like an ice pick being jabbed into your ear. It's that high-pitched and it's that loud and that harsh of a sound. It's painful when they do that, yeah. And they do that, several times a day. One of the times they do it is when I'm dead asleep and Tim's gotten up and fed them and he's showered and changed and sat on the the couch, watched the Weather Channel, had his coffee, and it's all nice and quiet, and then he leaves. And they hear him leave, and they get really upset that he's gone. And yes, yeah, it wakes you up out of a dead sleep really quick, very thoroughly.
I want to teach Guinness, if he barks, game stops. It's known as the removal technique, and it's basically one strike and you're out. To begin with, I had the kids get into the pool.
Come to my house.
Maddie and Robin were sitting by the pool, and the kids played with the red ball. Anytime the kids barked, I put a stick leash over him and took him inside. I waited inside for a couple of seconds, and then I brought him out.
It'll never work. I'm still apprehensive in Victoria's removal training as to whether it's really going to work. We have so many noises and other neighbor dogs barking. I don't think we'll ever get
I would like to point out that the dog hardly barks at all. That is like nothing. One bark, nothing.
This is catching on.
Do your removal method with my dumb dogs.
Robin on his side. Guinness again gets excited. But after just one more trip inside, he gets the idea.
It's going to be a much more fun summer when the kids are over swimming because the dogs